Hi, everyone, and welcome to this new Pick a Pile Love Oracle Message Edition. Select a heart that you are most intuitively drawn to, find the aligning number, and then you can find the link to that group message in the details comments below. Hi, Group 1. Right, let's see what's coming up in the love cards for you guys. Yeah, so there feels like there's this needing to make space for something new to come in. So for those of you who are single, I feel like there's this clearing. You might getting drawn to actually clear things out of your physical space. I even see some of you making room in your wardrobe to make space for someone to come in. This is a lot of cleansing and decluttering around old relationships as well. If you do have anything sitting in your house from an old relationship or someone of the past, gifts or memories or things, this is your reminder to clear that out because that takes up energetic space. And those of you in a relationship, I feel like it's asking you to like cleanse and create space within your relationship. So the things that may be coming up for you right now and maybe feeling like you're going around in circles and you're not getting anywhere, it's all coming up for a reason, and just keep that in mind, keep that in your awareness when this stuff is coming up, because it's coming up to be cleared out of your relationship to make space in your relationship for it to grow and expand. Yeah, and it's really important to keep that love energy and those love vibrations up in both single and in a relationship. It's asking you to just see love and keep, even if you're like really frustrated with your partner right now, it's asking you to, yes, be true in your feelings, give yourself love first, and that will then overflow from your cup into theirs. But it's keeping those love vibrations high is really important right now. So it looks like there's somebody new, a potential partner, or someone getting some of the singles back, even just out on the dating scene. I feel like some of you, it's been like, oh, I give up, I'm over it. And even if this one coming in isn't your soulmate, they're like kind of a really key step in getting you back out there because things may have been quiet for a little bit as well. I feel like for some in a relationship as well, um, it's like particularly one of you in this relationship is really expanding and growing within themselves, or going through that transformative stage, I should say. And yeah, and it's like they're going through this transformation. I feel like some of you may even feel like at times of like, did I get the whole new partner? Who is this person? Um, but it's like a refresh to your current relationship. And again, I jump back to the fact that some of the issues that may be coming up right now is this is really showing around giving a refresh in your relationship, coming together as almost like a stronger, more united new partnership. But yeah, relationship is really the key focus at the moment. And it comes, and it's not just relationships with like love and partnerships, but I feel like relationships in work, relationships with money, your relationship with yourself. Like it's the universe and the energy right now is really getting us to focus on all of these different relationships. Just pull up a couple more cards here around this. Yeah, you're starting to create your new reality. And that's why we're going through all of what we are right now. And in this energy in the Lionsgate portal, it's like it's really shaking things up to bring in the new chapter. Yeah, I feel like for some, there's a real feeling around wanting to call in the feminine at the moment, because I feel like a lot of people, particularly in this group, have been operating in their masculine, which is a real, what I'm seeing in that is a real focus on control and um, almost like trying to avoid their emotions. But it's this pull of like wanting to give yourself that nurturing, knowing you need it. So you might be getting drawn to things like maybe reaching out to some females in your life, going and getting things that is giving nurturing to your, and doing things that are nurturing to your soul. It's really needing that right now, and it's going to help you step out of this whole control phase, because I can see the hands gripped on so tightly in this relationship situation at the moment, and it's almost like just need to let it go. Let's see if there's anything else to come out of this one. Yeah, it's time to have some fun. I see there's like this need of wanting to go out and just let your hair down a bit and let loose, and needing that in your relationship as well. So for you singles, yeah, it's like wanting to go out with your girlfriends or your mates, and just not even having to worry, just letting your hair down, being carefree, just being spontaneous. I'm feeling really strong around spontaneity. This is flowing out to those in relationships as well. It's just needing to find your spontaneity again, needing to find your fun and your spark together again. Yeah, again, it's like what lights you up. It's finding that. And that's easier said than done sometimes. It's like what lights up your soul, like truly diving in and asking yourself that. Let's see what angel messages we have for this group. Saint Germain, karma releasing, move beyond drama, create your own path, make room for good energy. This is exactly what is happening in relationships right now. It's like, I feel like some of you are really like focusing on the petty shit that you're fighting with your partner. And it's like, guys, this is just the surface. This is surface level stuff. There's bigger issues underneath this. While we keep circling the surface issues, we're avoiding where we truly need to get to. So until you're ready to speak up and have these conversations, you're going to keep going around and around in these circles. For your singles, I feel like there's some of you out there that don't be tempted in your loneliness to go back to an ex-partner. It's just because I feel like I think there's a Mercury retrograde coming up. They all like to pop their head out in a Mercury retrograde, or sometimes we might make poor decisions in a Mercury retrograde. So just keep that in mind. It might be opportunities where karma might come back around. You have phases and cycles. There is a beginning with every ending. Illusions are revealed and released. So this very much is my singles group, because there's some of you holding on to old BS relationship stuff that you need to let go, or you need to identify where are you still holding on. If this person keeps coming up in your mind, if you're dreaming about this person, ask yourself why. Dig deeper. What is still coming up that is triggering you back to this old relationship? Or is it because you are purely just lonely? I feel like for a lot of you, there's deeper stuff to be cleared here. It's not just loneliness, but the loneliness might be the trigger to it. Actually, I feel like I want to draw one more of the angels. Here we go. Thank you. Sacred self, unleash your spirit, express your gifts, dance to the sacred rhythm of life. It's that reminder again about just finding what lights you up, going with the flow, which is that feminine wanting to come in, and just having some play and joy and fun back into your life. So I'm going to pull some angel answer cards and see if there's any further messages that they want to give us. Okay, when I was pulling this card within the next few weeks, there was somebody asking, is he ever gonna come in? And then I pulled this card. So I feel like that might be very specific to somebody in this group. And then the others, I feel this is very much around things are going to start to shift in the next couple of weeks. It's like, are we ever gonna get out of this? Are we gonna get out of this cycle, relationship, troubles, all of that feeling? It's like, all of that kind of stuff is clearing, and the energy will be shifting within the next few weeks is what I'm feeling that is pulling towards. Okay, there's I think a part of the group here who's really just like eager right now, and it's like wanting to race ahead and trying to force changes, or trying to force in movement in a relationship, or force another person in a relationship, or that they're interested in to move faster than they are capable to right now. This is just your reminder of message to just take it slowly. There's no need to rush, and to just give this person the time and the patience that they need. I feel like there's one more in here before we close this off for group one. Yeah, and the universe is trying to communicate with you guys. There's a lot of signs right now, and I think a lot of people are seeing the angel numbers, and it's like, oh yeah, I'm seeing this over and over. Ask yourself why. Ask the universe why. Ask them to show you the sign, because I feel like they already are, but it's kind of like, oh yeah, I just keep seeing that, but nobody here is really looking into what is the message they're actually trying to tell me here. All right, we'll leave it there, group one. Hi, group two. Let's see what your love messages are coming through today. Okay, I feel like some of you are losing hope at the moment. And it's like, okay, because we've got a mix of groups of singles and couples here. So I'm going to start with the singles. It's like, oh my gosh, I give up. Am I ever going to meet this person? This like whole loss of faith in the group of people that you are trying to date, or the type of person you're trying to track in. It's like, I'm going on all these dates, I've been doing all this stuff, this work, and I'm just getting nowhere with it. They just keep letting me down. I feel like some of you really need to ask yourself, why am I attracting these same type of people in over and over and over? Because there is lesson to be learned there. And until you learn that lesson of why you're attracting in maybe narcissists or cheaters or whatever it is a common theme coming through in the people that you are seeing. You need to start to delve into this and get to the bottom of this so that you don't keep repeating this pattern over and over and over again. Those of you in the relationship, similar thing. If you are finding stuff coming up with you and your partner right now, and it feels like repetitive, repeat, I'm hearing, and it's like, you need to get deeper into this of what is causing this issue or these issues, and why are they still coming up? Because is this being resolved? I feel like it's been like we're just going along the surface. So some of you are just staying in your comfort zone here. And which is not serving you any good, by the way. And this Venus retrograde is really testing relationships right now. So if you are holding onto something that is well and truly done, and the soul contract is complete between the two of you, and it's time to move on, it's going to be cracking this apart right now. But then there are some of you who are going through this, and it is creating cracks, but these cracks are just making expansion room, and you guys are gonna get stronger from this. This is a similar message to group one. Yeah, this group's really feeling like, oh, I'm feeling drained, feeling exhausted, feeling worn out. Like this like give up energy. It's like this feeling of hopelessness. I feel like this is really needing you guys to allow yourself some time to rest, rejuvenate, recover. I feel like this group is always helping others and always really good at solving everybody else's problems. And sometimes you jump into other people's problems and even sometimes make them your own, rather than dealing with your own stuff, because it means you don't have to look at yourself, or you don't have to work on your stuff. And there's a couple of you here who I feel like thrive a little bit on the drama. Like when life is quiet, it's almost like I can't sit in this quiet and this still and this silence. So you kind of go looking for it, whether it's in other people's issues that you're trying to help them solve, or it's you naturally attracted in to yourself. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of insecurities really rearing their head in this group at the moment. And it's bringing to the surface issues on both sides, single and couples, where it's coming into relationship with self or coming into your relationship with other. But either way, whether you're a single or a couple, this is about your own personal insecurities. So this is where you really need to go within and start doing that inner work, and start journaling will be really good for this group. I'm hearing like even some free writing where you're just writing, just let it go. Just write all your feelings down on a page. Nobody's going to read it. You don't need to read it again. You can just rip it up, burn it, whatever you want to do with it. But it's like a release because there's a lot of pent up emotion that and feelings that I don't feel like you even have been wanting to see. But I do see, okay, in the next 2 weeks, there's like this little wave of romance that's coming in. I feel like it's going to be fun times. It's going to be some fun and flirty times coming in, bringing a bit more of that joy and play back in. Okay. And just hearing it's like, but don't get lost. I feel like it's going to be it's going to be exciting and it's this little wave that comes in, but don't lose yourself. Don't you lose yourself in it. Don't lose yourself off track is what they're saying to me. Also, very much fresh air is really needed for you guys right now. It's like you can get outside, you can go for a walk, even just sit out on, even if you live in an apartment, sit on your balcony, just get that fresh air in your lungs. It is very much calling right now. I feel like there's a lot of you who are in this group who are in your head, and it's like you need to do, I feel like the fresh air will help clear some of that stuckness and overthinking and like that. Oh, I just feel all this head block with this group. It may even be had in the last week or coming week. Might get some like flu-like symptoms or sinus issues, headaches, stuff in the head because I feel like the mind is on overdrive in this group. Yeah, and this came off a group one too, actually. This is really around going into the new chapter. And this is what I think all of this is happening and coming up in your life at the moment is because we are getting ready to step into the new chapter. We have been going through this Lionsgate portal and these retrogrades and all of the stuff and the energy that's happening because we're making way for the new. And that's why we're getting forced into uncomfortable positions and looking within and having to focus within on ourselves and putting the spotlight on ourselves, which isn't always comfortable because we're getting ready to go into that new stage. And if you don't do that or you keep sitting in avoidance, which honestly, I don't think any of this group is going to be doing, because if you were, you wouldn't even be here listening to this right now. But if you do keep yourself in avoidance, you're just prolonging and making it harder for yourself. Yeah. So I feel like there's the other side, and there's some of you here who's got like a past over loved one who's very much like, we're trying to I'm hearing giving her a nudge. Come on, it's time to go. I don't know if there's someone here called Leanne, but someone's like, come on, Leanne. Yeah, so I feel like your angel team and your spirit guides and everybody is like, you got this. Like they're cheering you on. It's like, when you're at the last leg, you've run this whole bloody marathon, and it's like, please don't just keep going. Do not give up now. Now is not the time to give up. We're almost there. It's like, do you know when you are so close to receiving something or receiving something really big, that's the point where you want to give up. But that is the point where it's so key because you're just about to come right over the finish line. So your team is there cheering you on, trying to guide you, let them in, ask them to help you because you still have free will. So as much as you have your divine plan in life, there is still free will amongst that. And how long things take, or governed by how long it takes you to learn a lesson or go through what you need to and do the healing and do the work, all comes down to you. So your angels are there and they can try and guide you, but you need to give them permission to come in and actually help you, and ask them what you specifically want help or guidance on as well. They are listening. They're saying, this is, some of you, I feel like they're like, oh, is the universe against me right now? Why is this happening to me? Just your reminder, they are there. You just need to give them permission to help and tell them where they can help you. And then trust, like actually let go and let them do it. Yeah, see, it's that reminder, you are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. This message is so strong for this group. Yeah, I feel like group 2, you guys have gone through some grief in your life. And I feel like this is really, or it's been an important chapter for this group somewhere along the line. It might also need some clearing for those of you who are trying to call in love as well. That feels connected to a specific group here, or feels like a bit of a specific message. So I won't go too much into that. But yeah, your team on the other side, your past life loved ones, they're here for you. They're here to help you. Yeah, retreat, rest, be held. Give yourself that deep replenishment. Give yourself that rejuvenation. This is what this period is all about. That's whatever's going to help recharge your energy. So yes, that's rest, but some of that is also having some fun and some play and some flow and in your life as well. And yeah, it's all in your destiny. You can't miss what is meant for you. You might take a little bit longer to get there, but you cannot miss what's meant for you. And it is so those of you who've been worried, who've like, have I missed it? Have I missed the person? Did I miss the opportunity? Or, did I stuff up this relationship? No, it's all happening for a reason, and you need to remember that and trust in that. Let's get some angel messages for this group. Yeah, phases and cycles. There is a beginning with every ending. Illusions are revealed and released. So this is just what I was talking about before we're going into the new chapter, and we're bringing this one to a close. So, and this group very much is feeling the end of it and is struggling with that end, but it's just a reminder this is just a phase and this too will pass. Any other messages for this group? Archangel Michael, trusting heaven. It's trusting those on the other side. Oh gosh, they are like just wanting to help you guys, and they just need you to let them in. And this is a reminder over and over and over for this group. You are safe. Angels stand close. Surrender your concerns and allow miracles to occur. Again, the reminder for this group, release control, let the flow come in, trust the universe to bring it in. If you ask for it, be clear in what you are wanting. Maybe this might be your reminder to get clear in yourself of what you are wanting. Last angel message. Joan of Arc, voice of truth. Stand strong, focus on your purpose, release the fear of persecution, and speak your truth. Oh my gosh, this is very much relationships. If you are going through issues right now, this is your reminder, and I feel like some of you are very much digging your feet in and around fear and fear of losing somebody or fear of the argument that may come back at you. But if you are not speaking your truth, you're just prolonging, because you're going to have to rip that band-aid one way or another. And if you try and swallow it and hold on to it, it's only going to do damage to you and to your vessel, and then it's eventually going to explode one way or another. My single group, okay, so I just need to say this is specifically around work. You need to speak up. It's not going to change if you don't. I'm not going to go too far into that again because that's something specific. And we're focusing on love messages here. But this is around being truthful with yourself and having awareness. There's a lot of old wounding coming up right now. And instead of sitting in it going, why does this keep happening to me? It's like, no, you can ask that question, but not in a woe is me way, but in a why does this keep coming up? What do I need to learn from this to stop this pattern from coming into my life and close this chapter off? All right, I'm going to see if we've got any final angel answers to come through for this group. Yeah, it's all going to be fine, guys. Big happy changes are coming. This next chapter, I feel like you guys aren't going to know yourself. You're going to be like, what was I even worried about? And you're going to actually look back and go, oh yeah, I really kind of dragged the chain on that. I really held this up a little bit. Actually had nothing to worry about. Yeah, so forgiveness, there is some here in singles looking to go into a relationship. There's forgiveness. For some, it's forgiveness of the other person, and then others, it is forgiveness of self. I mean, there'd be nothing wrong with working on both anyway, because it's just to clear all of that out, clear out the past, leave that behind, because you can't change the past, and what was done, but there's no point holding onto it and continuing to take this backpack into the future with you of what happened. It's time to just let it go. Others of you with relationship, it's like I feel like there's compassion needed from both sides here, and seeing something from the other person's side. I feel like there might be coming or have been a little bit of a fiery blow up here, and both both of you coming back with your tail between your legs, and not wanting to be the first person to kind of be like, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done that or overreacted. But I feel like you'll both be coming back into that point. But good things are coming, group 2. We can see that, we know it. We're about to go into this new chapter. It's exciting. Let's let all of our old ties, our old bullshit go. Leave it in the last chapter. We're not bringing it into the new. Enjoy, guys. Hi, group 3. All right, let's see what love messages are coming through for your group. Acceptance. I feel like this group puts a lot of pressure on themselves, and there is a lot of insecurities and a lot of things, a lot of old wounding coming up. This is a bit of a common thread actually through all the groups, that old wounding is coming up to the surface. There's also, this feels for some of you, it needs to be, this is connected to acceptance about it being over or letting go, particularly with past relationship. There are some, and this feels very kind of specific, that it's time to let it go. It's time to move on. I'm not going to go too much into that because that seems like a person in an individual. But yes, but the acceptance here also very much feels of self and accepting yourself. And I feel like you need this reminder of like, the amount of love that you give yourself is the amount that you will track back in, because that is the amount that you give yourself sets the capacity of the amount of love that you can receive. No matter how much someone may want to give you love, if they want to give you 100%, but your capacity to give to yourself is only 60, that's the only amount capacity that you have to hold is 60%. So if you're wanting to attract in that unconditional love or feel that unconditional love in relationship, I feel like some of you in relationship, it's allowing your partner to hold and support you as well, and acceptance of that help there as well. This group, okay, so for my singles, I feel like there is something here that needs to happen or be completed. There's like an exciting project or an idea or something that you have been working on that needs to be completed for you to make space for this person to come in. Because sometimes we have to achieve things or do things before we get in a relationship to create that space for it, or because maybe we wouldn't energetically give it what this project actually needs if someone, the excitement of somebody coming in. So if you have been working on, or wanting to work on a project or create something, this feels very key. It's time to focus on that at the moment. Yeah, this is around birthing, definitely around birthing something new, a new idea, project. I feel like for some it's a new hobby or activity. I feel like this hobby for some is going to open doors into where they're going next, whether that's working somewhere different, opening up your spirituality for some of you, and leading you down a new, interesting path. Hopefully you can't hear my dog chewing his biscuits there. This group is very much around a focus on self, but it's around creation and work and all the things that you need to achieve and your goals. It's like, this is priority for you guys over love at the moment. This is where you're being called to put the focus. And I know there might be some of you singles who are a bit disheartened about this, like, I'm trying to call somebody in. Some of you be like, yeah, cool, like I'm not ready to be in a relationship right now and I just want to have fun. That's fine. But some of you are calling in a soulmate, and this is a little bit disheartening. It's like, use this to motivate you to do these things on your list that you need to do, because you're going to look back and go, oh, I get it, why I had to do that first. It's going to be a real moment. There's lots of messages that have actually, because I tried to shuffle some of the cards before the reading, because otherwise you just hear me shuffling the whole time, but a lot came out for you guys. It's going to be, okay, the delays here are a blessing in disguise. This is just a reminder, don't get disheartened. And this is for all, this is a full group message, not just my singles. It's happening for a reason, and I feel like there's a few here that needed that reminder. Yeah, this feels like connected to the birthing of something new. It's like a fresh start. And I feel like there's quite a few here that have been craving a fresh and clean slate. I think I feel like some of you will be moving as well, and this will be a key shift in some of this, that it definitely feels like a new space. So whether it's a new workspace, a new home space, or you're getting drawn to clear out your space, it's like this need of a clean slate. And it very much feels in your relationship sector as well. So if there are things that we were talking about before where you are holding on to, it's time to let those go, because we're about to go into the new chapter and you guys need to just clear off everything that's been sitting there for the past and go in with the new. Yeah, and this is another key theme that's been coming through, is around this control. Everyone at the moment is operating so heavily in the masculine, yet they are really being called, or their soul is calling for this, the more feminine, and it's that nurturing and going with the flow and releasing control, because when we're in our masculine we like to hold on to control, and we're really getting pushed to just surrender and just trust that this is all happening for your greater good. Yeah, with this project or this new thing, hobby, activity, whatever it is just go for it. It's like, I feel like a lot of you have been sitting in avoidance for a little bit. Now is the time. It's like as good a time any. Even if you just take like a first step. I don't know, maybe for example, if you were starting your own business, create the name, create a logo, do something small, create an Instagram account. You don't even have to post anything. Take the first step and then ask the universe to help you, and it'll just start to unfold naturally. Make sure you make the time to ground yourself. I feel like walking on the beach or walking barefoot on the grass would be really good for you guys that's needing that connection back in yourself. Even having some really good grounding foods would be great as well, some grounding teas. Yeah, there's this project, new, I feel like I want to say service for some of you, are offering, maybe a course or something you're going to do, is gonna like, I feel like I can see a shedding of an old version of you. It's like a bit of a transformation, and it's so expansive and very exciting. It's gonna really shift things for you guys going forward. Yeah, this has literally come up in all three readings, this need of just rest and rejuvenation, and it's like connecting again, what soothes your soul, what lights up your soul. So giving rest to your energy, recharging your energy, but also doing things where you allow yourself some fun and some play, and as well, because I feel like it's like, what lights me back up? Yeah, and this is how you're being called to step up and lead. This is like connecting in again. The same message we're hearing here is like this: just go for it. You're getting pushed. You may feel uncomfortable, but when you're feeling uncomfortable, you know that there's something big about to come in. And these feel really exciting. This whole new, yeah, and you've got like a spirit team and your guides and people here trying to help bring this in. Allow them to release control and allow them to. All right, let's get some angel messages for this group. Okay. Love and peace. Let go of the need to be right. Choose peace. Mother healing is possible at this time. This also feels specific to some going through some little relationship speed bumps at the moment. It's like, you don't always need to be right, or it's not about who's right or wrong, because each of you feel like you're both right, and you are right within yourself, because how you feel feels right to you, even though it doesn't necessarily feel right to the other person. And it's respecting the other person's opinion and your differences. Call to action: take charge, lead by example, walk your talk. Guys, this message has just been the common thread through this for group 3. It's like, it is time. No more sitting in avoidance. Let's just go for it. Like, oh, yep, there is one more. Oh. Devotion. Trust your spiritual guidance. Your commitment has been recognized. You are loved unconditionally. Yeah, it's that reminder again that I think we had that here, that your team is here and helping you through this, helping you, because they just want what is for your highest and greatest good. and they know what's in your divine plan. They can see it. They're trying to nudge you along the way, but you have free will here. If you need some help and some guidance, ask them. Allow them to do that for you. Let's get some angel answers. I mean, can they say it any more ways? It's time. Yeah, there's nothing to worry about. It's all going to work out fine. It's all in divine timing. You cannot miss what is meant for you, group 3. You need to remember that. Okay, for some of you, do not take no for an answer. There's going to be a little bit of a hiccup or a bit of a setback in this. Do not be deterred at the first hurdle. Keep going. If you are struggling or you feel lost in that, ask your spirit guides, ask the universe, whoever, God, whatever you like to refer to it as, ask them for guidance, ask them for help, ask your past over loved ones. Yeah. And then use this time, particularly with this new project, learning whatever it is, to communicate, to start to communicate with yourself and learn what it is you truly want. Learn the lessons for this. Let it help you uncover. Because if I feel like some of you are still working through that and you're not sure, and you're gonna go down path A, and it's like, oh yeah, I'm set off to do A, and then all of a sudden it'll be like pivot and we'll turn. Oh my god, sorry, I just got a Friends episode in my head, and we're gonna go straight across to C, and now I'm doing C. But that's how it's meant to happen. Sometimes we set off to achieve something or start a business that's maybe, I don't know, like a crystal store, but we end up actually opening, I don't know, something very random, like a childcare center or something. Like, it's amazing when you just go with the flow and you follow the path where it takes you and takes you along your divine destiny. So group 3, no, this is maybe not the love message that you necessarily wanted to hear, but it's the one you definitely need to hear. It's time to take action and time to start getting things happening so we can move ahead and achieve what you need to, and then call in this love once you've ticked off all your to-do list for this task. All right, group 3, good luck.